What is up, everybody? This is Mark the Mike. This is another the Wrestling Babble podcast by Wrestling Link. I am Mark the Mike. I'm joined by Louis Beans.
What is up? What is up?
And Merry Christmas, everyone. We're a day after, and we're here recording. So, first things first, we go to the Wrestling Retrospect. Last week's pick was Tegan Knox, aka Nixon Nouvelle.
Yes, sir.
My first one I'm gonna go with is someone I found familiar and from NXT UK, and I checked their match out. It was Nixon Nouvelle takes on Brie Presley. This was part of WCPW Loaded number 7. I don't have the date, but it looks like it was in 2016. Oh yeah, August 2016. There you go. Brie Presley, she's also in NXT as Blair Dunbarpatch or something. Devonport.
Okay.
That's her. So she runs into that. They had a lot of kicks, a lot of high energy stuff. They had a really good chemistry too. So hopefully they run this back if she actually makes it to the main roster. Brie Presley side of things. You could go to your first one.
Okay, so my first one is Nixon Noel versus Mia Yim versus Kaylee Ray versus Candice LeRae versus Session Moth Martina. And this one is a good match. It's got a lot of comedy to it because of the girl Session Moth. I don't know who she is, but I believe she's from the UK.
Okay.
This says it's from Southside Wrestling is the page.
Mm-hmm.
It does not have the date. So I cannot tell you when exactly it happened.
Yeah.
But it was actually really fun. They were fighting in the crowd. One girl was getting drunk in the match. She was hilarious, actually. Like she had to take a swig of the beer to be able to do a dive out the ring because
Okay,
she did the
I did
courage.
see that. That was actually pretty fun.
Yeah, so that whole thing was really good.
Cool.
Kelly Ray rolled all the way down the stairs of the arena, the little arena they had.
Yeah.
It was like, you can't pay me to do that. Something pops sideways. Nah, man. But it was really good. And I believe she won the match as well.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
My second one would be Mark Andrews versus Nixon Noel. This was in the UK from Attack Pro Wrestling. This was the Missile Tour of 2016. Again, if you know Mark Andrews, he's a former NXT UK champion. He's a big high flyer. He does a lot of crazy, like high energy moves and stuff like that. So this was actually really good technician. Tegan Knox shows a lot of technician in this match. She kind of brings him down with the leg locks and things like that. And she also uses a lot of the kicks that she's known for as well. It was a fun match, and this was the first intergender one I've watched of her. She has quite a few, but this was the first one, and I think this was my favorite one of the ones I saw.
Okay, my second one. It does. I don't believe this is the actual date. It might be May 13th, 2020. And it's Tegan Knox versus Indy Hartwell on NXT.
Okay.
So I think it is pandemic era. I'm not, because there's no fans.
Yeah.
Indy becoming like a badass because this is when she wore the long black leather coat,
Oh, okay.
black hair, and she was just clobbering her in this match. But this was also Captain Marvel inspired
Okay.
year for next Tegan Knox.
Mm-hmm.
So you can remember about when. The one thing I will say, it's not a long match, but Indy was like incredibly aggressive,
Yeah.
which is cool. But I will say, because of her constant injury, I just noticed it was interesting in 2020. She only had one leg brace, but then you go back, she had two. I was like, what? Did she heal? That's crazy.
Yeah, she had one in Mae Young.
So she went back and forth between one and two knee braces, which I think is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And she won the match. Pretty good. But it was very short, so.
My last match is Fight Club Pro. This was in March 2017. This was Kenneth LeRae versus Nixie Newell. So I'm a big fan of Candice LeRae. I always like her style of wrestling. She has kind of a hardcore style when she was in the Indies, and this is where you kind of see it here. She's hitting her with everything. She's like trying to make her bleed in certain parts of shit. So this goes harder than it is, and this also has that beer swinging thing. Yeah, she drinks a beer and then dives out the ring kind of shit. So it was a fun match though. I really enjoyed it. Um, your
You know,
last
wait, you know, won the match?
one. She won. Tegan Knox.
Okay, okay.
Kaylee
And
Ray
then,
interfered as well.
yeah, it seemed like they had a really big rivalry.
I think Kaylee Ray and then also Priest Priest Presley because I see a lot of matches between them two as a B Presley.
Okay,
I
gotcha,
think they have a lot
gotcha.
of stuff together.
And the last one I picked was Kabuki Warriors versus Tegan Knox and Dakota Kai,
Nice.
and I was for the NXT. Oh no, well, for the women's tag team championships. But it's interesting. I forget that they were even a thing in 2019.
This is when they were actually traveling the shows.
No, no,
So
I forgot the belts were real in 2019. I'm so blanked on them. I thought they were only real in 2020 because I mostly remember the Kabuki Warriors and Sasha and
I think
Bailey.
they were introduced mid 2019
I guess so. I guess so.
or early, and then I remember this is when they were actually traveling all shows because the NXT did not have women's tag titles yet.
And it's interesting because again, this match is before the betrayal, which is like
Yeah.
what?
So this has to be before War Games.
Like it's in a small window and a lot of stuff takes place, which I was like, oh, that's interesting.
So that
So
has definitely has to be before November.
it
So
says
War Games.
10:30.
Okay, yeah,
So
yeah.
that's uh
3 months, three
October
weeks
30th,
prior,
2019.
three,
Um,
3 weeks
and
prior to betrayal.
it's a very, very, very good match. Kabuki Warriors they were dominant as hell. They beat the hell out of this is this is the when I it became known to me that Dakota Kai is very good at getting beat up.
Yeah.
That's just what happens.
Hmm.
And yo, she got lit up. Oscar was she tore her up during this match. I
Yeah.
just beat her up like she owed her money.
Probably did.
And then she spit the green mist after the distraction at the end. And like it was just, she got wrecked.
Yep.
And Kabuki Warriors basically they just ran the match.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I actually was liking that time. I wish they did more with the NXT with the women's title going to NXT. They did it twice. They did it with Kabuki Warriors and they did it with Sasha Banks and Bailey.
mhm.
And those are the only 2 times they did it. I wish they did it more. Actually, I think the belts came out in 2018.
You remember when
Because I
or what
remember
match
because
had it?
the tag titles were defended like maybe in 3 WrestleManias already. Women tag title debut. Probably wrong though. I don't remember. We watched so much shit. Yeah, 2018, December 2018. So right in the end.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, because I remember it being defended and like the WrestleMania a couple times already. So though I got the first defense that WrestleMania. So yeah, 2018 going into 2019. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There you go. That makes sense. Um, but yeah, so Tegan Knox, good stuff. Let's go to the week of wrestling. So the holidays are weird, but surprisingly, they actually kept the shows really good. Usually they do pre-recorded, especially during the holidays. So like SmackDown was pre-recorded, but still entertaining as hell. So sometimes it loses traction, but sometimes they're just really good shows. So I'm very happy with that. Um, we kick off with The Street Profits versus the Judgment Day. There was promos in the beginning, right?
I want to say so.
Yeah. I don't remember. Oh yeah, because the Usos came out.
This was the threatening of the locker room
Yes.
on Monday.
Yes. So yeah, so then we go into the Street Profits versus Judgment Day. Street Profits beat Judgment Day, and then Kira Tozawa, Rhea Ripley wanted to fight to Tozawa. She beat the shit out of the man, and she wins that match.
Yes, sir.
Why Rhea
I
gotta
feel
be so
bad.
mean?
I feel bad for Tozawa. He was on a roll,
Yeah,
but then again, he keeps missing that drop. So
there you go. And he got kicked in the face for it.
I mean, he got more than kicked in the face. He got
Yeah,
he got the riptide, and he got it dealt with.
yeah. Oh, so Monday Night Raw was just full of like just backstage beatdowns. So the Usos came in fighting everybody, right? And then they got into it with the OC, and the OC lineup coming out and having matches and stuff like that. So yeah, that they did end with a lot of shenanigans because there was a lot of fucking. They were just beating. It reminded me of like NWO when they were just beating up everyone out backstage.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't lawn dart anyone though.
Yeah, he wasn't there.
He wasn't there to be lawn darted. But this what also led into the OC defeats the Alpha Academy, and then the Bloodlines explain their actions and attack the OC. They 1D'd them as well. Good stuff. Then you have Alexa Bliss. She smashed a vase over Bianca Belair's head. As hinted, if you actually look at our video picture, that's the picture. The spooky Mr. Stanky is getting control. So this is something we've been talking about, and I'm enjoying seeing it.
Well, they don't mention Uncle Stinky. They only mention Bray Wyatt.
Yes, they mentioned Bray Wyatt. Uncle Stinky, I think it has something to do with it. His funk is real.
We'll see.
But I'm actually digging it. I'm intrigued in where they're gonna go with this. Because
At least
also,
it makes sense that Bianca's asking questions and not just being just a victim.
Yeah. And that's what happens. She get popped in the face with the face. I didn't expect that either. That shit came out of nowhere. It was cool.
Mm-hmm.
We got Sami Zayn defeat AJ Styles. That was a really good match.
Yes, sir. Very, very good.
But you also had the shenanigans outside. But he got the Samoan spike like in the bottom of the ring. That shit was mean. And then the Blue Thunder Bomb takes the win. You got The Miz defeat Dexter Lumis with the help of our big boy Bronson Reed. I was happy to see him back.
I was happy, but it was so random. So random.
Yeah.
It didn't make sense to me at all. I don't think it was the right spot to use him in.
Yeah.
Because it didn't really feel like an impact that made me go, yeah.
You know what's funny though? This is something I will say is that they had a huge rivalry in NXT. So if you actually go back to that, Bronson Reed has some reasons to attack Dexter Lumis.
I guess so, but he never antagonized. They didn't have that. They didn't have anger towards each other. It was more just competition.
Well, maybe he took it personally.
So it seems weird. Because the person who should really be afraid of Dexter is still Theory.
Yeah.
Because that's who he pulled the hatchet on. You know what I mean? At
did.
the wedding, like he was like, "Don't you do it."
Yeah, I get you.
Like you remember they overcame Theory's goofiness, and that's how he ended up in the way. So like, he has more to do with Dexter. It just seemed weird to me. Yeah. And the Miz and this guy, I don't know.
Bronson Reed. I like Bronson Reed. I'm happy to see him back. But yeah, it could have been used in a different way, or he could have been a long lost Samoan.
I mean, he could have been the OC's backup.
There you go.
They were like, you got Solo, we got Bronson. There you go.
There you go. Two big boys slapping meat.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Big E would say.
Yep.
Sad thing, But you're not gonna find out any updates about Big E's wrestling career until March. He's saying
Mm,
he's been having a little bit of setbacks with his neck, but he said it's healing really well, but it might take him longer than what is expected.
damn it.
Yeah. So hopefully, if anything, I think he's doing. I think he kind of found a niche, something backstage anyway. So he's been doing scouting for WWE and stuff. So he's been involved with that, and I think he's finding a good line there. So if shit does come to a point that he has to end, he's settled. He's fine. Let him write some storylines.
I mean, yeah, that's fine, but I mean, I miss him in New Day.
Me too. Me too. So I was hoping the New Day would like take him out at least for like when they won the titles and shit. Like bring back Big D for like one night.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, he's missed. Um, we go to Kevin Owens saving Seth Rollins from the bloodline. I actually like the whole thing, and I actually like that they brought. This is one thing I'm giving KO credit is that he's bringing up everything from the past, but he doesn't take anything about what he did. He always gives the he always does what they did to him.
That's true. That's how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, he never admit that he fucked up. But I dug it and I was interested in it. Bailey defeats Becky Lynch with a little shenanigans, but it was a good match.
Well, I mean, damage control has to be there. What
Yep, yep,
point? What's the point?
yep. And then our main
It was a
event.
really good match, actually.
Yeah, it
That
was.
was my favorite match of the show.
It was.
Can't really just gloss over that. I saw they said she did a tribute to her trainer, one of her trainers,
Yeah,
Johnny Saint, I believe it was. It
yeah,
was
yeah.
cool. See that? But like, it was really good. They both looked amazing. But like Becky was like, all right, I'm gonna show him I still got
Yeah.
it. So yeah,
I don't want them to touch hands into a pay per view though. Like I feel like this should be ending in a pay per view.
yeah, I guess so.
They've been fighting
I
a
guess
lot.
so.
They've been like in a
Well,
match
I mean,
together
it
a lot.
makes sense. They
Yeah.
took her out.
Yeah, yeah. So I would like to space their fights with each other.
Well, she still has to fight the rest of damage control at this point
Yeah.
because they keep messing with her.
She beat one, right?
I believe she beat one.
I think she beat Dakota. Most likely she beat Dakota. Dakota's the one that loses. Io wins her matches.
That's true.
It was one or the other, so there's a chance. But that was a really good match. I didn't expect it to be that like they gave it a lot of time, a lot of TV time, and I was very happy with that. And then our main event was Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins defeat the Usos. I really enjoyed this whole thing. It was really good.
Yep, very solid match.
Yep.
But I'm getting tired of these guys losing.
The Usos?
Yeah,
They lose non-title matches.
yeah. The people who aren't tag teams, like,
Yeah.
or haven't been tag teams in years. I'm like, I don't like
Well,
that.
they
It's the
technically,
same thing with Otis.
yeah. They
It's the same thing
technically
with
tag
Otis
team.
and whatchamacallit. No, that's what I said. In
Yeah.
years,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
not.
last year.
It's not recent.
Yeah, it was last year.
But that's not recent.
It
You got
was.
a whole year of chemistry between other people. Kevin Owens doing different things.
Yeah,
His
that's
mind was
true.
in a different place. He got stunned by Stone Cold this year.
That is true.
He's not doing good.
Oh, I gotta get that
What I'm
figure
saying.
of him as Stone Cold. That just popped in my head. Kevin Owens has
Hmm?
a figure of him in the ball cap.
Yes, sir.
I need that. But yeah, it was. I thought it was a good match. It's good for the storyline going through. But yeah, I think they were. But then again, the OC got involved and everything like that, and that's what caused them to win. So there were shenanigans
They
outside the ring.
just got beat up. That's all I've got to say. It looked like KO just beat up Jimmy. That's all
And
I
there was a
can say.
stare down with Sami Zayn and Owens at the end of the match. Dun, dun,
Which I
dun.
think doesn't make Sammy look trustworthy.
I don't trust Sammy. I don't know. Someone's gonna betray one another. It's gonna
I
happen.
mean, you can't trust KO. So, like, why would you be friends? Look, listen, all I'm saying is if he decides to be his friend, there's nothing waiting for him but a knife in the back.
Yeah,
So,
he's gonna get powerbombed on the apron eventually.
mhm.
It's coming. That's for sure. KO though is not to be trusted. Again, like I said with Kevin Owens, he only says what you did to him. He don't fucking say anything about what he did to you. As he is. Anyway, Monday Night Raw, what do you give it?
I I want to say I would give it an A.
Hey, I'll give it a solid,
Match
especially
wise,
for a Christmas show.
but match wise, everything except the end of the ladder match was great.
Yeah,
I'm just again, I'm sad. I'm tired of the Alpha Academy always losing.
yeah, me too. They lose good though. They're
Yeah,
very good
that's
losers because they have great matches until they lost.
hmm
They'll get their time one day. They'll get their time.
they're probably not gonna be a team anymore. Just
Otis is gonna get mad and just start
next
shaming
year.
people.
Next year is probably gonna get broken up.
Probably, most likely. Anyway, I'm very like we will talk about this at the end of the show, but I'm like looking at the landscape of what WWE is right now, and I think 100%. And we talked about this before. The cruiserweight title should come back.
I mean, do they have time for it?
I think they
Because it
do.
seems like nowadays they don't have time for it because they have uh, is actually packed with story.
Yeah, but I
With
think
almost
that
every single active person. Active. I don't mean people that's just there like Dana.
yeah,
I'm sorry, but she is. I'm just saying, but every active person is like they got pretty much something going on.
yeah,
So it's like you gotta find little spaces to squeeze it in there. But
yeah.
then what show? You're not gonna put that on Raw, are you? Because I don't think it ever goes good on Raw.
I think I think do a cruiserweight title tournament, like do like a very make it look like the World Cup they did, but do it with the cruiserweight title. You have a lot of people there that can run for that title. I'll say raise the weight limit to 220 instead of 205, and you got yourself a division right there. Have Rey Mysterio run it for a bit.
Well, he's on Friday, so I guess it would have to happen on
It could be a
SmackDown.
cross belt. It could be a cross belt. The tag teams are cross belts.
No, it makes sense because it's only one,
Yeah,
but I just I don't feel like they would handle it very well.
yeah. I think there's space for it because again you have the likes of Santo Escobar on SmackDown now. You have Rey Mysterio there. Might as well like have him be the first champion and have him have dream matches with all these fucking guys that are there right now, and then have him lose it to one person that you're gonna like raise up. You have Ricochet. You have Adonis because it looks like this guy is gonna land up hurting himself before he even gets anywhere. You have back in the day because they have the talent. Because you even have the likes of Balor going, you could go for it.
I think that's a good idea, but I just don't know how they would execute that
Yeah, that's true.
because they don't seem to ever keep importance on the cruiserweight title.
But when it was NXT, he did. That was the thing is that when Triple H was running NXT, he had importance into that cruiserweight title. Santo Escobar holding it was like almost as prestige as the NXT title.
This is true.
So like again, they have the talent there. There's a lot of good talent there, and they have Angel Garza. They have his Humberto Carrillo. They have the talent. 100% have the talent to run a good cruiserweight division. And then again, you could have this as a last hurrah for Rey Mysterio and have Dominic take him out at WrestleMania, and that'll be his last match. But you have him run it for a good couple months. Have those dream matches between like Rey Mysterio and Gable. Have freaking Rey Mysterio and Angel Garza. Rey Mysterio versus um Ricochet and freaking Santo Escobar and all that shit. So you can have those matches with Ray before he goes, and then have Dominic take him out in the end.
hmm hmm
And then you could start him as a cruiserweight champion as a big baby face, a big heel.
That makes sense.
So that's my idea. That's it. But I think there's space for it. If there's anything, there could be space for it. Because a lot of your guys now, even like what you have as cruiserweight, have as heavyweight, is private cruiserweight. They were about 220, 225. I think Xavier could go for it. He's at 218 or something like that. Anyway, let's go to NXT. NXT was a good one. Yeah, kickoff Carmelo Hayes versus Axiom. I always say his name wrong.
Axiom.
Axiom. There you go. Shout outs to Axiom on main event with him versus Ali. That was a fantastic match as well.
Mm-hmm. This match was actually great. One of the best matches on the show.
I think Carmelo Hayes needs a new finisher.
We said?
I don't like his finisher.
I don't think he could do it forever. I don't think he can do that forever.
Yeah. I think he needs a new
That's a
finisher.
pretty far drop.
Yeah.
But I will say you can do it on anybody.
Yeah, that is true. But yeah, that'll be the only thing I'll change on Hayes. If I change something, it would be his finisher.
Well, I would just give that to be like the main event,
Yeah.
the pay-per-view finisher or something like that.
Yeah.
And have him have a regular ground-based or something else.
Yeah. Let's see.
Because he needs to have a spine.
Yeah. We got Zoe Starks defeats Nikita Lyons. That was solid. It was a good story.
I just like the storytelling in the match that she basically tricked her. She tried to sneak attack to fail, got kicked in the face, but then she made her mad. She made Nikita got pissed off and lost sight of the fact that she was fighting somebody who's been doing it longer than her, and she got tricked. Yep. I'm like, that was a smooth ass reversal. I don't think she gets enough credit for that.
Yep. She showed what a veteran does.
Mm-hmm.
This match actually surprised the shit out of me. I really enjoyed this match. Kaden Carter and Tana Chase defeats Toxic Attraction and Ivy Nile and Tatum Paxley.
Yes, sir.
This was really
For me,
good.
this was my favorite match of the show.
Yeah.
Like, it was probably the most fun. You can't sleep on Diamond Mine Girls.
Yeah.
Like, they are actually getting better. Paxley's not as good yet, but she's still doing her damn thing.
Yeah, she had some rough spots. I'll say that. She had some rough spots, but she picked it up. Like, she didn't like stop or anything like that. She kept going with it, but she did have some like little hiccups here and there. But other than that, the match was really done well.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good bounce back for Toxic Attraction just to get back in there.
I just thought they got lucky.
Yeah. They 100% did. But it was a really good match, and Kaden Carter and Montana Chase still your tag champs.
Mm-hmm.
We got Elektra Lopez defeats Indy Hartwell.
I like how she won the match.
But ass sucks.
I appreciate that because I like that at least she's still developing her character and not just a generic wrestler.
Yeah.
Because like she still has some work to give. Like, I figure that's why she's still in NXT. They want to polish her up and whatnot. Yeah. But like I see it, and that's actually good.
And I actually like she has good character. Like, she knows how to handle herself as a character-wise. So now you just got to get that basis of the wrestling side better, and then she's ready to go.
And it wasn't just her beating Indy. She had to cheat.
Yeah.
Because Indy is on a roll right now. The only loss she had was the pay-per-view recently. So, yeah.
And then our main event, I love this match too, so I can say this was my favorite match because I actually thought this match was really good too. The New Day defeats Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen.
Yes, sir. Very, very good match. Very good tag match. I think those two guys are underrated.
Mm-hmm.
Brooks and Jensen.
I like Brooks a lot. Like, Brooks, I've seen him. Briggs.
Well, he's he
was a former Evolve champion.
Mm-hmm.
So he has a lot of good stuff with like Austin Theory and things like that. So he's very good, but I think he was very underrated as well. But this match was fucking great. Like, I can't say nothing about this match. This match was really fun.
Mm-hmm.
And New Day just being in NXT is like, I think they bring the eyes on those tag titles.
That's true.
So New Day wins, and we go to Braun Breaker and Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller was pretty much calling him out the whole night, and then towards the end, he had like a little vest on, and Braun Breaker ran at him and tried to spear him, and he had the metal plate in his chest.
Good for him. Good for him. Too many guys have spears. Cut it
Yes.
up.
So that was the end of the night. I actually thought that was cool. It was a tribute to Bret Hart and Goldberg. Um, that's the thing you're gonna actually think about when I actually see it happen. But it was really good. I'm actually looking at Grayson Waller to get that NXT title, so it looks like it's coming soon.
Yes, sir.
Um, NXT, what do you give it?
I'll give it an A. Very good show. I think this show actually every match I liked.
Yeah.
It had a reason for me to be like invested, so it was good.
Yep. I give it credit. We go to AEW Dynamite, and we kick off with Ricky Starks, Badmouth and Jericho.
That was hilarious. He tore that man apart. He said you were built. What did he say? Like an air fryer. Damn, son. I seen those. That's a funny ass shape. That's all I gotta say. Oh, but I mean, look. The one thing I will say is that he gave Jericho credit for being able to stay relevant and evolve, right?
Yeah.
But he also said, "Hey man, your boys be losing,
Yeah.
you be winning, but your boys lost all their goals. So what's happening?"
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
um, yeah, it was good. It was a good promo, and it looks like Ricky Starks got his new next opponent, and Chris Jericho.
Yes, sir.
I like the fact that they put him in that status. I think he's worth it. He's the character for that. I like that they're bringing up some new faces into that spot. So I
Mm-hmm.
know Ricky Starks not a new face, but he's new in the main title reign.
Yes, sir.
Um, as we kick off, that was good. And then we go to the best of 7 series, the trios, the Elite versus the Death Triangle, and again the Hammers get involved, and the Elite win.
This one was actually pretty funny because it was different from the other matches because this one was a straight up hardcore match. So
Yeah,
you had all types of just shenanigans and silly stuff. I do like the you can't escape into the garbage can,
yeah,
into the flip with the guard. Like it's a lot of innovative stuff that they do
yeah,
that they couldn't do in the other matches. So again, I give credit for making the match different.
yep,
And it had a Christmas tree. Come on.
yeah. You get Daniel Bryan with an interview with Renee Parquette, and then all ego, Ethan Page interrupts, calls him Vegetable Man.
And then he snaps at Stokely's bald head, and Stokely calls him a raggedy bitch,
You
and I
raggedy
loved it.
bitch.
I loved it. Oh my god.
Yeah, I saw the pictures and shit there. You raggedy bitch. All right, we got John Moxley versus Darius Martin.
That's pretty good. That was a change of pace.
Yeah,
So
I think Moxley gets annoyed with these big guys, try to kick them right in the kneecap. Like, stop it. We got FTR versus the Guns.
that was actually good.
That was
I
good.
wasn't expecting it to be that good. It was very good.
Yep.
It was very good. It was actually really fun. And again, I gotta give credit to the Guns when, like I said, they just have a thing where they know when to slow it down,
Yeah.
and you can just watch it and like, wow,
Yeah, that's good.
wow, they
That's
are
good.
really good.
And I liked the Bret Hart theme gear to spark to spark FTR.
Yeah, yep.
It was cool. And then you also had the whole thing with Swerve and Keith Lee face to face.
He's a big mother. Son, I know not everything came off 100% because that beatdown was what?
It was sloppy
What's
as
going on with
fuck.
Parker? What's going on with Parker, man? When he was in NXT, he was on a decent path until they shaved his head bald. I get it. But like, did he learn anything?
I don't think so because he was in development in NXT, so he was learning. Now I just think he's not learning, and he's as green as everyone else.
Yeah, it's just like damn, because that dude was a baller potential. Now
Yeah.
he just like I
And they
hope
both were sloppy. They both like I was scared for Keith Lee because they're both gonna fuck something up.
I just hope them being with Swerve, he can learn something.
Hope
Because
so.
my other guys that the what was it the Varvy crew,
Yeah.
nah, that wasn't doing him any favors.
No.
Jabba Squad, nah.
Job
So
Squad
hopefully,
2.0.
because I like the dude. I hope he gets better. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I hope he's young and I hope he gets better. But Swerve with the cinder block had me dying.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
Yeah. And
It's so dumb.
kapushed.
That would never happen in real life. Cinder blocks don't break like that.
I'm like, you don't even weigh that much.
Exactly.
Like you
Not to
swerve.
mention Keith Lee's stomach is soft. It's not like
Yeah.
it's made out of also granite. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So anyway, but still, I like the visual.
Yeah.
So it was cool. And the better promo was actually when they were leaving
Yeah.
and they caught them in the parking lot. So that was actually really good.
And then our main event was Jamie Hayter versus Sheeta for the AEW Women's Championship. I really enjoyed the match. Honestly, I feel like we get one Hayter match without the just for her to get a clean win.
No, because she's bad.
Uh,
She's a villain until she beats up Britt
yeah,
for probably messing something up.
yeah.
No.
I enjoyed the match though for the most part. I just got annoyed with
Hmm.
shenanigans afterwards.
That's true. But it
Match
was
was
a very,
really
very
good though.
solid match. Yeah, very, very solid.
They have history in Shimmer.
Oh, okay. Cool, cool.
So really good match. Really good start for Haters title reign. So and we're gonna go into another 6 women tag sometime soon because we're gonna have Saraya and Tony Storm with Sheeta versus Britt Baker, Rebel and Hater. Watch, you see, it's
I
coming.
feel like a cage match needs to happen to prevent those girls from getting involved.
Yeah.
And somebody's got to get pissed off and they got to have a cage
Oh,
match.
they're gonna
Just saying.
they're just gonna have a 6 woman tag. They that's coming.
No, no, I'm not talking about for our next offense.
Yeah.
I feel like whoever it is needs to say, listen, I'm not stupid.
Yeah. Cage match or no match. All right. We go to where you give any AEW Dynamite?
I give it a B. Solid B. Solid show.
I go B. Yeah, that's fine. Go to Friday Night SmackDown, and I did not get to watch Impact this week. I heard Speedball had a really good match though, so I gotta catch up with that.
That is the match I did get to see.
Yeah,
Yes, it was really good.
I heard it was really good.
Hmm.
I didn't get to watch it, but I heard the stuff that's going on, especially with Jordan Grace and Mickey James. They're going with their storyline and everything like that. So I'll try to catch up to Impact. I got so much stuff. It was this weekend. It was Christmas and stuff, so I didn't get to watch it. So we kick off SmackDown with the Bloodline gearing up for multiple battles, including Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn against John Cena, Kevin Owens next week on SmackDown. This also led to the Usos defeat Hit Row in the Undisputed Tag Team Championship match.
And that was a much better match than the last few matches that
Yeah,
Hit Row had. Like, that's what you want to see.
yeah, it was solid. Top Dollar still like he needs to work like having some NXT matches or house shows because he's kind of still green in ways that could probably hurt him or hurt the person that's in the ring with.
I mean, I didn't see that in this match.
No, he was actually
He didn't
solid
get
in
to
this
do
match.
anything.
Yeah.
He didn't get to do anything.
I know
He
the
got
other
beat
one
up.
took most of the beat down and stuff like that. But yeah, I just say like from the last match and everything like that, he has to pick his spots better. But other than that, it was a good match.
Hmm.
They were not winning, and I know
No,
y'all
no.
didn't think y'all won. They're not winning. We had part one of the gauntlet match. We had Xia Li versus Emma, solid run. And then Xia Li took out Emma. Then Tegan Knox came in. Tegan Knox took out Xia Li. Raquel Rodriguez was the next person. No, actually, she took out Tegan Knox as well. And then Xia Li, Raquel Rodriguez. Them two fought. Raquel took that one. Liv Morgan was next. They had a hell of a match while they were going through it, but Raquel wins that as well. And then Sonya Deville just dies at the end, which Raquel Rodriguez wins. And then Shayna Baszler was part 6, but Raquel Rodriguez was able to get the pin, so Raquel Rodriguez will be fighting Ronda Rousey soon.
I thought I thought she had a weapon because that brace looks like it hurts. If she does her little spinning elbow drop, she's got a weapon. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but she used the opposite. She used the other elbow.
You can't control that. I'm just saying. She spins in the air. She wasn't hit
She
with anything but her
100% used.
body.
She 100% used the other elbow. I clearly saw that she went to the other side.
She has a weapon. That's all I'm saying.
Hey,
Shayna was smart and took it off, but was a dummy and got rolled up.
that's
That's
what we
all
got.
I'm saying.
She was a dummy,
Made me mad.
big dummy.
I didn't like the outcome of the
It's
match.
big dummy Baszler right now.
Like I didn't like how I didn't like that it didn't seem to have any sense for Xia Li
Yeah,
because she was. Why was she in the first set of match? Like she should have came out to thwart
yeah,
Nixon, and it's like, well, she got mad, pissed off, came in, was like, I'm gonna beat you up for kicking me in the face, and lost.
yeah.
Well, well, so there's no resolution to that. They didn't really,
You're not even. She
they
still kicked you in your face.
yeah, they didn't really solve why she did what she did
Yeah,
again. So that didn't make sense to me.
yeah,
She's still wearing her traditional gear, and I'm like, at this point, she should just dress in street clothes or something, like a badass.
yeah.
This stuff, this like, I felt like that was the point where you could push her into a better direction, where, because you can't really get behind her, because you can't identify with her, because she's dressed like a Chinese warrior.
Yeah. I did like the Liv and Raquel Rodriguez round. Like when they were in the ring, I thought they were going at it really well. I think that
Mm.
would be my highlight of the Colin match.
Yeah, I don't think she should have won, because they were playing it like she was dying.
Yeah.
Like there was no possibility that this woman with one arm should be winning, and she won. And I'm like, come on, man.
She a big lady.
Is she gonna win? Is she gonna win the
I will
championship? Like,
take I will take
don't give
I'll
me
take
hope.
anyone over Ronda, to be honest with you right now.
That's what I'm saying. Don't give me hope.
Yeah. But I think I think Raquel is a good person to take it. Like she's big. She has that for her. She's the powerhouse kind of thing. So that kind of works on her side.
We'll see.
We got Bray Wyatt attacking a cameraman with a mandible claw. Should have been talking shit.
He didn't say it.
He talked
That's
shit.
not.
He looked at
He
him
didn't
like,
say
"What?"
anything.
and choked him.
It was messed up. It really was actually messed up.
Yeah, 4 fingers in his mouth. But he
We
didn't get
also
fired.
had we also had Emma slap the shit out of Scarlett.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
We're talking about Madcap.
I'm just saying though.
I
I'm
thought
just
was
saying.
cool.
Justice for Bobby. Bobby got a whole. He almost got fired for touching a ref by like sneezing on him. You pretty much shoved your whole hand in the camera's man's mouth, and you did
That's
not
true.
get arrested or fired.
That's true.
Something up with that.
Adam Pearce is Uncle Stanky. There you go.
Barry, there you go. Rey Mysterio versus Angel Garza. I actually liked that match. It was good. For a short match, it was fun.
It was okay.
And then our main event was Braun Strowman and Ricochet defeat Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci
Da Vinci.
of Imperial on a Miracle on 34th Street match. This match has some sloppy moments, especially with that chair shot that Ricochet took him back of the head. But it was fun. It was very fun, and the and the Nutcrackers of the New Day came out, and that shit was great.
Yeah, it had enough silly Christmas theme hijinks for it
Yeah.
to be. Like the mistletoe
Yeah,
with Samantha Irvin giving Ricochet powers like it was spinach.
yeah,
Braun Strowman getting beat up, and then the ballerina came out,
yeah,
and then the New Day was on the other side. Like all that stuff was pretty good. Braun Strowman. It has to be said that Braun deserves the credit for getting the crowd
yeah,
pumped up,
yeah,
because he
100%.
just has that ability to do that. And then like towards the end of the match, you could see that.
Yeah.
So
Ricochet took a mean chair shot to the head though. That was a
Yeah, I know
that
he
was
did
a
that.
boo
He
boo.
did that pretty cool. Uh, Stood on his shoulders and splashed
Yeah,
on. I forgot which guy it was. I think it was Ludwig.
yeah, it was Ludwig. But I like the
So good stuff.
Nutcrackers. That shit was had me. That shit had me rolling. Like, you should never touch them. See, you got kicked in the balls. All right. We go to. Oh, yeah. What do you give it? SmackDown.
I give it an
Give it A as well. For holiday episode 2, it was very entertaining. Um. Oh wow, they call it AEW Rampage Holiday Bash. They wrote it as the longest match name ever. It was the AEW Rampage Holiday Bash for $300,000. Three Kings Christmas Casino Trios Royal. That's what it's
A.
called.
That was the real name.
Yeah. The
Wow.
Holiday Bash edition of Rampage opens up with the Big Trios Battle Royal. But it
That's
was the Holiday Bash
crazy.
300,000 Three Kings Christmas Casino Trios Royal.
I mean, that's interesting.
This match
I
was
didn't
chaotic.
realize
I
it had
didn't
that
care for
name.
it.
I thought it was
I like the
just.
story stuff in the end. That was it.
I liked. I just liked some of the people in it did certain things, and that was about it. It wasn't that entertaining. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I always have this with AEW's Battle Royals. Like, I don't care for them whatsoever.
I don't think they've had a great one yet.
No. Don't mind Top Flight winning in AR Fox. I like AR Fox, so hey, someone
Yes,
new to winning.
I like the end of the match, the 2-on-1, which was pretty cool.
Jake Cargill versus Vert Vixen.
Another body,
Yeah,
scoop her up.
pretty much. Nothing special.
She just lost to the ROH champion like 2 days ago.
Yeah,
It's crazy. Why she get a championship match?
there you go. Because no one watches that show. Ha.
No continuity in your own universe, guys.
Anthony Bowen and Billy Gunn versus Jarrett and Jay Lethal. That was the main event. And winners Jay Lethal and Jarrett.
It was okay. It wasn't a bad tag match.
Yeah.
I more specifically like the end of the match with Jay Lethal and Billy Gunn when they tricked him. They tricked him and then they caught him with a nut shot.
Yeah.
Sanjay scooped in mad quick.
Yeah.
it was a hella fast.
Yeah.
But also this was the first time they paired Billy Gunn with one of them, so
Yeah.
it wasn't the actual both Acclaim.
Yeah, it was
So
the tag champs. It was just the other two. So at least there was that.
mm,
Um, we got New
a
Japan.
walking mountain. So
Yeah. So Rampage, where you give it?
see,
I'm gonna go same. I didn't really. There was not a lot for me to care about. New Japan, Wrestle Kingdom is coming up soon. A lot of wrestling next week. It's gonna be a crazy Wednesday and Thursday to watch all this shit. Um, I am looking forward to some matches on there. I'll give you some rundown of matches. We could give our little predictions of it if you want. Um, you got Jay Lethal, Jay White, and Okada for the IGW Championship.
so who's the champ now?
Jay White.
I think Okada takes it.
I think Okada takes it too. You got the U.S. IWGP Championship. Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega.
I see Ospreay winning the match.
I see as well.
Mhm.
Tajiri Ishimori. He's the IWGP Junior Weight Champion. He's fighting Takahashi, El Desperado, and Master Watu.
I don't really have a horse in that one besides Takahashi, so that's what I'm going for.
Yeah. And I haven't seen him with the belt in a while, so I think he's winning.
Okay.
You have Kiji Muto, which is the Great Muta, Hanahashi, and Imio, which it looks like a junior Tanahashi. They are fighting Naito, Sabata, and Ibushi.
Excuse me?
Ibushi.
No, no, no. He's
Ibushi.
wait, Ibushi or the guy with the mask, Bushi?
Ibushi, yeah, Ibushi. There you
Okay, because you don't remember Kota Ibushi. You got me like what?
go.
So don't say that.
Yeah,
No, I think KG Budo's team is gonna win. There's
yeah,
no
me
way
too.
he's
There you go.
losing.
Tamatonga versus Carl Anderson for the Neverweight Open title.
I think Tamatong is his time.
Yeah,
It's his time.
yeah, I think, and also I think Carl Anderson needs to lose.
Well, see, I mean that's the thing. The story here is that I don't think they really need him to lose as long as he fulfills his obligation of
Yeah,
one match per whatever.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
So,
I wouldn't I if they actually have a working relationship and having Carl Anderson go back a couple times, I would not mind that.
hmm hmm
And there's talks that AJ Styles is gonna be on Carl Anderson's corner.
oh, that's cool. But you know what I would like to see if they do keep a working relationship is the Tongans come over.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the Gorillas of Destiny.
Hey, the Bloodline
Maybe.
has more spots.
I mean, yeah. But I mean, they got some rivals.
Yeah.
Why not?
There you go. We got the New World TV Championship match. You have Narita versus Zack Sabre Jr.
I'd like ZSJ to win.
Okay, I'll take him as well. You got FTR versus Bishamon, Gato and Yoshihashi.
Mm, I don't think Yoshihashi wins this match, but I like him. But I'll pick him. I'll pick him.
History is being made on that night. Kairi Sane is defending her IWGP Women's Championship versus Tamina Nako.
I
Nakakano.
think Tam Nakano. Yes, Nakano. I think it is. I think Tam might take it.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if Kyrie's staying for that long.
yeah.
That's how I feel.
I like to see Kairi keep the belt. I think she's the first champion. I think there's a line of title defenses she should have before she loses the belt.
I think so, but I kind of feel like she was there to put her name on the belt, like to bring the eyes to it.
Yeah,
And that, because I know that girl Tam is like one of the most popular girls.
that's
Like, oh,
this chick's sister, Io.
who's that? You sure that's not Miu? Is not her sister? That's the girl she fought last time
Yeah,
to win it.
yeah, yeah,
She fought Mio to win it.
yeah. Oh, okay, so that's the wrong one. My fault.
Yeah, Tam is a different girl, but I know she's very like Tam is very popular.
Yeah, I've seen her wrestle.
So
She's
I
good.
feel like she might take it.
Yeah, and then we have Leo Rush and Yoha versus Akira and TJP.
That's one of the things I didn't bring up, but I saw his small tag team run
Yeah,
that he had over there, and I saw they fought the Bullet Club, Ace Austin and Chris Bay, and that was good.
yeah.
That was good. So I think Leo Rush's team's gonna win.
Cool. So that's all our title. That's I think it's going to be one night this year. So
Really? That's
yeah.
crazy. Okay.
But yes, I'm excited for it. I think we're gonna have some good stuff. All right. As we move on to the podcast we listened to, I listened to a few of them last week. Again, the holidays up, so there's not a lot of new ones. But I did listen to After the Bell. It had Roxanne Perez.
hmm And it was the end of the year episode.
Yes.
The best of.
Yeah. So it was cool. Renee Paquette had someone that I listened to. I forgot who it was. And let's see where is it. Also shout out Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. I always listen to them. They also have their WCW San Francisco Toy Maker figures history about it. They have that up on their podcast feed. So definitely check that out when you get a chance. That was it. It was Rich Swan on Chris Van Vliet. He just signed a multi-year contract with uh with Impact again, so he'd be back there still for 2 years.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, I
And
know. Isn't his wife and mother of his child there?
yeah,
So I mean,
yeah,
don't leave him.
And then also in the sessions with Renee Parquet, she had Mike Mastery, which is kind of the new director of AEW. He was part of WWE's production team for many, many years. He was supposed to take the place of Kevin Dunn, but Kevin Dunn never left, so he's working with AEW now, and I think he's gonna give them a little facelift when it comes back next year.
Okay.
But that's it. That's all I listen to. And then next is the wrestling retrospect, and is your pick. So who you got?
I think I just saw something that made me laugh, and you know what? Who's involved in it? It was a phrase that we haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah,
It is ballin'. So this week, I'm gonna pick MVP.
MVP. Josh will hate this one.
Oh, good, good, good.
Josh,
I
he,
haven't. See,
yeah,
my thing is, I haven't. I didn't. I wasn't watching wrestling when he was active.
yeah,
I hardly remember MVP. I only remember like the flashes of him doing his entrance. I only remember like him with the U.S. title
yeah,
multiple times. Like that's mostly what I remember.
yeah. I think Josh hated him as a wrestler, but he liked him like part of Hurt Business and shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, MVP will be our next one. Um, yeah, and that's about it. This is the Wrestling Battle Podcast. Thank you for listening. Easiest way to listen to us is on Spotify, Wrestling Inc. All our podcasts is there, from the Wrestling Babble to Get Spread I Swear to the Morphin Cast, Not a Trekkie, Shell Shock, and the Game of Rage. Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch. All Mark with the Mic. Follow my TikTok, Mark with the Mic on TikTok. I do a lot of figure photography and beer pics, so definitely check that out when you get a chance. And follow me, Wrestling Inc.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Make sure you check us out anywhere and everywhere. Recycle Inc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud. That is Spotify. And we got a WordPress. So check it out.
Yep. And always remember, follow the Jinkies.
Because he's hungry.